I think that the whole thing with the app fatigue in general, not only in hospitality, is am I going to use this more than once? Am I going to use this recurrently? Is it worth it to accept terms and conditions, to have a space on my phone blocked by this app? So I definitely think that a traveler is not going to download an app of a hotel unless it's from a huge hotel brand and he's always visiting them as a super loyal customers. But otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Like the idea of this digital concierge is to make things easier, and definitely downloading an app, making a registration in a space on your phone is not easier than picking up the phone in the room. So I don't think that there's a way to go there.
I am joined by Mateo Bolívar Sierra, co-founder and CEO of Countler. Is that how you say it?
Countler, yes.
Countler. What does that mean?
It comes from Concierge and Butler. So we put together these two employees of a hotel that basically take care of any request from the guest. And that's what we do. We digitalize hotel services.
There you go. The reason we're talking today is last week I made some smart comment on LinkedIn about I'm not going to download no more apps from hotels, and it caused a little bit of a stir. I had some interesting comments from yourself, so I wanted to chat a little bit. What do you think? Are travelers? Is there app fatigue with travelers? Are they going to download apps? What do you think?
I think that the whole thing with the app fatigue in general, not only in hospitality, is am I going to use this more than once? Am I going to use this recurrently? Is it worth it to accept terms and conditions, to have a space on my phone blocked by this app? So I definitely think that a traveler is not going to download an app of a hotel unless it's from a huge hotel brand and he's always visiting them as a super loyal customers. But otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Like the idea of this digital concierge is to make things easier, and definitely downloading an app, making a registration in a space on your phone is not easier than picking up the phone in the room. So I don't think that there's a way to go there.
And I hear that a lot, and I don't think that it's really culturally, whether you're in Europe, America, South America. I think it goes across the board, and even generationally. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Like in my case particular, I'm quite young. I'm 22 in this moment. I lived in Europe for a couple of years. There I founded the company, but I'm originally from Colombia. And basically talking to my parents, talking to people my age, talking here in Colombia, talking in Europe, everyone thinks the same. Like it doesn't make sense to unload so many applications on your phone. And especially for a hotel in which you're going to be 1 or 2 days, then it really doesn't add up in the value.
Right. So what are the alternatives to a native app, which a lot of hotels provide? Is it PWAs, progressive web apps?
Yeah. So basically the first one and the most logical one that basically any hotelier can start to implement without doing any investment. It is not so practical, but they can use. It's just digital channels of communication like WhatsApp or text messages, like these bots that you can just text, I want this. There's like this whole logic in the backend. It's not so practical for the user because they need to have a lot of interaction and they don't have things like right there. But it's something that some hotels do nowadays, especially after COVID. But the other option is progressive web application. It's exactly what we do. And basically imagine all the advantages of having an app, but from your browser. You just scan a QR code and you have access to all of it. You don't need to have a space on your phone. You don't need to like give any personal data. It's just like a temporal use optimized in your browser. It doesn't matter if it's Safari, Google Chrome, Android, iOS, you can use whatever you want.
Are technology vendors in the hospitality space adopting PWAs? Do you know? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a mood in the next couple of years. Not so many companies have been working on this. The few big players of digital concierge, they all do it with downloadable applications, but they have not been so successful, and it's not something that can be super scalable. That's actually why our company was born, because we saw a huge market opportunity to go into a flexible model that can be implemented easily by any hotel, that can be used by any guest in 10 to 15 seconds. So we got into that space, and we're sure that in the next couple of years, you're going to see a lot of hoteliers implementing solutions like ours, and a lot of competitors, traditional companies going in this direction. I think it's the normal way of doing things, but hopefully it will take a while and we will manage to position ourselves first.
So are there barriers from your perspective of developing on PWAs?
Like not so many, like in the last couple of years, a lot of development has been made in this particular area. Like most applications you can use as a PWA, so in any industry. So at the beginning, there was a big issue with push notifications. For example, if the other side of the app, like let's say the vendor or the business that is running the app, wants to send you a push notification on an alert or this stuff, previously they cannot do it if you're in the website. But now they are developing a lot of different functionalities for this, so I don't think it should be an issue. The most important part is to be responsive, so that you are sure that it doesn't only work in your phone or in the phone of the software developer, but basically that it works in any phone. So yeah, it's more about the whole user experience. But in general, barriers that I will say it's better to have an app versus a PWA, not so many, if I'm honest.
So tell us about Countler. What is Countler?
Perfect. So basically what we do, as mentioned, is a digital concierge. So let's put you in the scenario. You're visiting a new hotel, let's say any country. You come to Colombia, or you're doing it in the USA or in Switzerland, and you just go there and scan a QR code, like this basic QR code that you see all around hotels with the menus, with the information that is just like PDF that are like completely, I don't know how to say, like non-interactive. But basically what we do is we replace all those QR codes with our solution. So you as a guest, when you're going to scan the QR code, yes, you have the menu, but you can also order things from there. Yes, you have the policies and rules of the hotel, but if you want to order an extra towel, you can also do it there with just a couple of clicks. If you want to, let's say, I don't know, request a massage in the spa, if you want to do what's to do in the city, you can also see it there. So basically think about it as a way to centralize all the offer of products and services of the hotel in a web app, let's say like that.
So the guest is prompted by a QR code, probably, right? And then takes them right to your PWA app, and there, whatever the hotel wants to show that guest, there it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So you can see there the different services that the hotel has, the pictures of the hotel, logo, colors, typography, everything. Like it's totally fully branded app for that hotel in particular. The guest is not even knowing that he's using Countler. For he is just using the website of the hotel, and that's sort of the magic behind it. They can also do it through the email. So when the check-in is done, then they also automatically receive an email with a magic link. So they just click on it and they're inside the solution. They're also authenticated when we connect with the PMS. So the system automatically knows that you're Jason from room 201. So whatever you ask, then the hotel has also a management platform when they see all the dashboard and all the different things that you're requesting. And in real time, it's completely customizable. A hotel, let's say that someone that listens to this podcast wants to have the solution, they can have it in less than 10 minutes. So they just come to us, we activate the account. They say, okay, these are my basic services. This is my logo, my colors, and they're good to go. They can also customize more and go more in depth and like play around a little bit more. But the basic solution is to make it super scalable and easy to use.
That sounds pretty cool. Well, sir, I want to thank you for joining me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. And I invite everyone from the hospitality industry that want to know more about us to get in touch. We have been working with really important hotels so far. We have been in market for less than a year, but we're looking forward to growing a lot.
What's your web address?
Countler.com.
Countler.com. There you go. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.